Welcome to the losers finals of the MetaPlays Season 4 Pro League here. This is Golden Gift Qualifier number 2, sorry, that's gonna be free. $1,000 will be on the line in the main event. And here, in the blue color, we have got Suppe spawning as 4.
His opponent, his previous opponent that he managed to beat, but now met in the loser's bracket, Kimo, playing Isis. This is the revenge matchup for Kimo. He's come to get Suppe's blood for the previous defeat.
Yeah, how do you feel about this specific matchup? We don't often get to see Isis on a normal land map, so I'm very curious actually about where her power level is, because yeah, we only really see her on Anatolia. Maybe sometimes on Midgard.
Yeah, generally Isis has just been overshadowed by Set and Ra, but she's far from bad. She's still very strong. Just not quite that little inch of top tier that people need to pick her constantly, right?
So do you think this is about like hiding strats from Matrius? If it's not an optimal pick.
It's maybe he just feels quite confident in this matchup on this map. But that being said, I don't really know Kimo playing this map too much, so I'm not sure what really gone into Kimo's thought for picking Isis. And it's only a best of 3, so it doesn't really make sense to hide your picks, I would say. I think Set might be a better choice here than Isis, but it depends a bit on how you play it, and I think Thor vs Isis is a pretty nice matchup for both civs. It's pretty even, I think.
Good stuff, good stuff. Question in the chat, who's sponsoring this with 1k? So we are doing 500 as the base, and then it actually got matched by Flacco. So huge thanks to Flacco. And then we've had another $10 donation. And it's still open to donate to all the way until the final day of the event the main event begins. So there's another qualifier. You guys got like almost a month and a half to still raise the prize pool if you so choose. Check out our website's donation page with the AOM option if you want to do that.
It's a little bit of a more risky forward tempo. It's not forward, but it's not in the base. So if Kimo is planning to do a sort of Anubis style, and I just see him go
He
for
is.
Anubis, that might be a little bit risky. I think that is generally the play, and this is kind of how Set would play it as well, as one of the ways the Set could play it through Anubis. Isis might just be that nudge a little bit better with Anubis, not immediately, but a little bit later on with just the prosperity follow-up and yeah, a bit better late game. But the early mid game with the Anubites raid is pretty much equally strong with Set and Isis.
Do you think Suppe is setting up for a TC here? Got a lot of resources and he's not making longhouses. Looks like it.
Yeah, maybe. I think he might regret doing so against an aggressive Anubis. He'll get the TC up against Anubis probably, although a good Serpents could probably stop it as well if he's fast enough. But the Anubites will just raid him to oblivion. A lot of hearse here. Might need them.
Yeah, that's very useful against the Anubite raids for sure. Another question in the chat. Top 8 with most points from qualifiers are in the main event. Correct. Top 8. And you can check out our leaderboards after this one to see the progress on that. Alright, TC's gonna be matched. Funny, Kimo never scouted it, but he just knows.
Bit peculiar seeing the Anubis 2TC. I didn't really expect it. It's definitely not bad, but yeah. I guess Kimo can make this work, I'm sure.
Well, I guess he's gonna stylistically play it kind of like a Zeus would with Centaurs. You just grab your 2TCs and you run around with your Myth units to do some raiding, pump out those bills, and get ahead in the food game somehow. You can make more Anubites and infantry, deal with the Norse.
Yeah. Generally, though, I feel like the power from Anubis comes in the classic fighting with snakes, and just the Anubites being able to really destroy backlines really well, dodging projectiles and just jumping into them 3 or 4 at a time and just murdering a line of archers or throwing axemen against Norse. And just being used for raiding, they're not quite as effective as centaurs.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like the jumps are really flashy, but they don't actually do much damage. It's the normal attacks that have to work.
Yeah. Unless you have enough of them, and then they can actually one-shot, but that's like around 6 or 7 or something before that happens, so...
Kimo finishing up his houses. Might as well, they're free. And we've got the Dwarven Armory coming up for Suppe. He's gearing up for that semi-fast heroic. No doubt through Scally for those Frost Giants. Protecting his hunt here. Not sure he's gonna have much more to move on to. There's probably a patch over there. Flood of the Nile coming in for Kimo.
A bit late on the Flood of the Nile. Personally, I like to see this part of your archaic build, but it's still good to get at this point. 30C.
Yeah, how do you feel about that one?
It's pretty ballsy. That being said, I don't think Thor has a good way to punish it. Like, Frost against Monuments, yeah, it's not really gonna be able to push through that. Njord would be one way, but that's Thor, so he doesn't have Njord. Flaming Weapons is probably the strongest way to push through that, but I don't know. I think Suppe's plan really... Oh, that's a nice pickoff. Suppe's plan really is just sit and boom as much as you can on 2DC and go rag, and then hope that's enough.
Troll doing some pretty good damage there. Almost got an Anubite.
There was 2 villagers picked off, wasn't it? He's now 7 villagers behind. But he is heroic, so let's see what that's gonna do. Damn, that troll was accurate. Jeez.
Yeah, man. What's the track rating on this thing actually? 6.
Yeah, 6. I didn't realize it was 6. That's still very
That's pretty nice. Working out pretty good. And that's another Anubite down. What does Kimo even have? A handful of axemen? I mean, that's good, but Hillfort's coming. Would like to see some raiding cav and all that. Wait. Is this some kind of fast Ragnarok nonsense? Surely he's gonna spend the money, right?
Well, I don't think it's nonsense, but he did make a hill fort. That must be for a reason.
I agree.
And he's also a bit housed, actually. That might be a problem.
Yeah, this can't be just defensive. No way.
That'll kind of secure the gold mine, at least from this angle. And secure everything behind it.
Shame about that troll, by the way.
MVP troll. But... Oh,
2 hill forts.
That's Thor? Okay.
That's better than 1.
That's definitely... didn't really work out as Odin, though, in the previous series against Atreus.
Yeah, not at all. So I wonder if he can hit some kind of timing, but then if he does the same strat, wouldn't it be better to go with flaming weapons?
Yeah, not Frost. I think, yeah, okay. Looks like Soup is going for armory upgrades and I guess line upgrades too. He's getting cavalry now.
Yeah, because if you go with Bragi, flaming weapons, then you are also going to have battle boars, and that can really disrupt the axemen.
Yeah, for sure.
Good
I mean,
siege weapon too.
Horus as well should be able to do that. 4 Thanes? Okay, sure. Get some HP on that. Purple weapons. I think Soup is really just trying to get a full pop armory, like kind of Thor specific armory push.
Okay.
I would probably prefer just the rag.
Yeah, like Kimo
The
is
armory.
massing the axemen because he fears the rag for sure. Trying to build up at all these TCs so that he has a lot of production nearby.
And he's up Neftis as well, so that's gonna kick in soon. See if that gives Soup a little bit of a window to try and punish these axemen. The building placement for Kimo is pretty annoying. Like, you don't want to just run in here and hit the TC. It's quite narrow and tough position. Oh, there was
Wow.
no monument on this place? Okay.
Yeah, no monument, no garrison, so I mean, it's very hard to garrison against this, but it's possible.
Alright. It's looking like a potentially good push here with the no monument here, the frost. Hopefully he can kill the TC, although there's some units hitting barracks. He needs to focus the TC down. He's just trying to kill units at this point, but the TC is probably dealing as much damage as Soup's entire army is against units.
Yeah, and there's villagers inside the TC as well, so it could be repaired. The axemen are about to fall in a moment. There's 10 of them there. Yeah, I don't know, this is not great. The frost giant going after random units. And Kimo unloads.
Even serpents can come in as well if needed. His TC is not gonna go down like this. There's the snakes.
So yeah, Soup did some decent trading against these units, but there's now Migdol up. TC stayed up, and it's 74 vills against 65. Although a lot of them are dying.
Yeah,
And
there's a couple of vills in here hunting that are just getting picked off now.
yeah, and there's more coming. Way more army coming, actually. Kimo clicking in prosperity. That seems very raidable, though.
Yeah, it is with ancestors though. Where did he cast it? Oh, what?
That's a misclick.
Why?
He must have clicked on the minimap. The minimap transported him over there, and then he clicked on the map again.
Yeah, that's
something like that.
That's awkward.
That is very awkward. They're completely idle. This might be a game-ending mistake if Soup jumps on top of those villagers right now. He's already raiding one of the prosperity gold mines. And the other one is... it's working pretty well, actually.
This is just a bit of a Thor flood. No rag, but massing army upgrades and just hoping that even under tower fire you're able to trade effectively. And it's kind of sort of working. I mean, the ancestors didn't help.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that it does, but it's the truth. Bronze mail is coming in, and Soup is up in villagers despite being down in TC. If he sieges down this TC, he can even push further, but the villagers are coming in, potentially for a repair. Where are they going? Where are they going? The TC is going down.
Oh man.
Yeah. What's that? Kimo trying to get the other TC up. He doesn't have the gold, so he's gonna have to hunt, I guess. Or he already paid for it. Yeah, that. No, bop, bop.
Oh, he can't
Well.
afford it. There's enough gold. And he needs to hold this location. I mean, this is where his actual gold mine is.
Yeah, both are here. Soup even checking in the back.
Oh, he's got one in the back there. Well, I mean, so does Soup, I guess, but it seems especially nice for Kimo here.
Oh wow, that's a lot of upgrades for our 4-player. We've got Shaft Mine, Winter Harvest, Irrigation, Bow Saw. That's fantastic.
Happily booming.
Okay, boomer.
Okay.
Oh, the squad. The squad is
Yeah.
here.
Need to be careful though, because at this rate they might actually finish the TC. No, maybe not.
Yeah, they're not that bad. It takes them a second for sure. I mean, these guys will get rid of them, but every villager kill counts. We're up to 86 villagers. Iron Shields is coming in. 45 TC is coming in. Dude, Suppe is gonna have a monster Ragnarok here. And he's raiding still. Okay, TC probably not coming up. Frost Giant putting down a lot of damage there. Bronze weapons. 2k gold. And heavy infantry is through. Kimo trying for the other TC again. I mean, he has enough gold mines. That's not an issue. Suppe building on top of this with a bunch of longhouses. That's a good idea. Keep that gold under control for sure. How much does he have actually? Oh, I'll tell you what. Suppe does need to relocate his villas. However, he will do that. This is the only gold mine he can really go to. So maybe these dwarves go to cutting wood for a sec.
I mean, yeah, he's Thor, so it's not as bad to do that. Dragon scale shields. Oh man. The thing though is, he's only on 2 TC. His army size is gonna be tiny because he's got 95 villagers now and 5 caravans.
Yeah, that's why it would be nice to have that for a TC, because then he could have best of both worlds and ginormous Ragnarok. Might be kind of manageable for Kimo, but he probably shouldn't go up to 4 TCs. That's very ambitious.
I mean, Kimo getting fortified. If he can get masons up and maybe a couple walls, and then after that he needs to just tech hard into Axemen. Copper mail, like or bronze mail.
Yeah, it's got copper. I don't know about any Axeman upgrades. I think it's been a while.
Yeah, he probably has medium,
He
but
should have medium, yeah.
here, really? Suppe, really?
What?
With 100 villagers and
No.
max armory.
No, Suppe.
DC's up. Oh, actually, just barely. but
Wow.
it's
Get out of here. There's no way.
I cannot believe going tier. This is a throw, if I've ever seen one. He needs the 4 TC. He can never get it with tier.
No, in fact, Kimo is gonna go Mythic too.
No, I don't like this. This is a misplay.
Yeah, Fimbulwinter should probably stay in the Fimbulwinter tournament. It's not the move now. The gold control might be the move though. That is our only hope, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, but there's still quite a lot of gold for Kimo to get through, I think. And
Well,
who knows?
Do you
He's got
think,
probably more stuff in the left corner.
is there any chance for mass wolves here?
Nah.
Because those might be
He
able
doesn't-
to run around and control this.
Yeah, but he's not Loki, nor does he have Bragi, so he doesn't have the speed upgrade, nor does he have cheaper
Yeah.
rules.
Oh man, these wolves spawn in the on his own TC. What the hell?
It's a bit too far. They could be helping. Oh, I think they're moving now.
Okay, there we go. He's pulling the vills. Is he doing the...
This
Budget
is why you go
Ragnarok?
this,
You just turn your vills into... Oh my god.
my god, what are you doing, Suppe?
But he's
See
got
if this
heavy
goes-
Oathsarks with the dragon scale shields.
That's not a rag hero though.
It's not a rack hero.
Champion infantry and cap. That's the wolves gone, so that's just this left. I think the spearmen are going to be enough to fight this off.
I'll be very sad if this TC doesn't go down.
It's not going down, not with these units. You'll have to get something more.
Suppe, I am disappointed.
He's getting bravery though, so he might have some Huskar raids.
Portable ram? 2 portable rams?
Into 20 spearmen? I don't think that's gonna work.
To survive an entire tap. Jesus Christ, they're not even gonna touch the TC Hagrid. Oh my god, chat, please hold me. No!
Oh, the spearmen are ignoring it? Oh, no, it's dead. Alright, bye.
It's like minus 400 resource. Oh no. 400, sorry, it's almost 800 resources.
Yeah, it's 250 per ram, so 750.
Yeah, there you go.
Is anything happening in the bottom corner now? I see some units going. Is that rams?
Oh, it's Ballista? I mean, they have
Does he
no
have-
cover.
Yeah, he's getting burning pitch. He does definitely need cover though. This is a couple Mercav and this is gone.
Yeah, they'll need either mass towers or walls or both. But if the Mercav get on top of this, then they're just gonna get melted. Kimo's still pushing with his army. In fact, the chariots can kind of take down the ballista. They only have 85 health. Well, the ballista are getting thrown on the other side as well, I'm afraid. He's got the resources to keep replenishing for now. But Kimo is sieging with catapults, and that's a real siege weapon, so...
Yeah.
You'll need a lot of ballista to really manage this.
Poor ballista not considered real siege weapons. And then you've got portal rams way below the ballista. But ballista can at least somewhat manage units, especially if ballistas aren't massed. They can deal with units pretty well.
Yes. Yeah, they got pretty spooky once you have a ton. But still need tower help and all that.
This is the 40C awkwardness here for Soup.
Oh, this is so sad, Haggard. One ballista dying at a time. No replacements popping out. Ay, 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 ay. Now, the ballista are really good at taking out the Son of Osiris, though, and they're doing a good job of that. Kept
Yeah, this
going
is gonna
down,
get harder
but
and harder. I think Soup, the only thing he can do here really is try and get Huskar raids, because I don't think Rams are gonna work. And Ballistas is too slow. With the population situation... Oh, he's just gonna throw dwarfs into the catapult. Alright. I guess he needs pop, so that's okay. He is on max favor, just... Oh man, if only he could make fire giants. Why didn't he go through battle there?
that was almost cost effective, but then he lost the dwarves, so... Too bad. Too sad.
Yeah. Soup needs walls and towers to back up this ballista. Or he needs just 20 Huskarls running around being a menace. But that's not easy, because that costs 20 population, and he's got only 140 to play with. Well, it costs 40 population, I mean.
Well, these catapult pushes are just getting really brutal. The fort won't be able to take that much more. Oh god. The dwarves are coming again!
There's no
How's
gold
this
left
trade
here.
looking? 69? Nice.
Kimo's got 9 caravans himself now, so his trade is starting to kick off finally. It's a bit slow for Kimo, usually he's quite quick on getting the trade route set up, but he will have it set up by the time he runs out of gold. God, these dwarves are just going. But now Suppe can't even stay up to full paw.
Yeah, he no longer has the income. I don't know what happened with the wood choppers. Oh, they're going, but long travel distance. Kimo's just gonna mine from the scouted gold mines. It's fine.
I mean, Suppe doesn't have the ability to respond to it, even though he's got vision on it in a barracks.
Yeah, not at all. Thing is, the chariots can just take care of the ballista. It's very brutal. And there's a double catapult sieging the TC too. It's trying to make Ozarks to help champion raiders, but again, the raiders would be so much better if they just had the Baldur upgrade. Like, even if you don't click Ragnarok as Baldur, even that I think would be stronger than this.
Yeah.
Does the Ozark even have the... No, there's no tier specific... Why did we go tier again? I'm so upset.
But he doesn't make any Oscar.
Oh, the ballista killed the TC.
What? I don't think it's going to matter that much, but...
Wait, did Kimo delete it for him to... Nah, probably not.
No, I mean, I've seen Kimo do some crazy stuff before, but... I don't know if you ever saw that clip, but... He managed to unlock Titan Gate, and then he clicked the Tartarian Gate in his base, and Titan Gate in the enemy base. That was hilarious. That's not the case here, I don't think.
Well, you have to send me this clip later.
I had to dig it up somewhere.
Anyway, he just gutted Suppe. That's the trade gone. That's the farms gone. What else is there even?
His population, he can't even stay up into this one TC population, let alone like doing anything else.
At least let's see some wolves. Come on. Oh, there it is. We have 5 entire wolves. You know, it gets a lot better when you have 7. That's really the optimum point for this boost thingy that they have. Still, the chariots have to run from this. There is a priest nearby, so that's helpful. Oh god, they're going down quick.
Yeah, it's not enough, and the speed upgrade isn't there. This is a very last-ditch effort. It's not strong enough.
Yeah, Suppe's just playing for the kicks now. He's absolutely getting taken down. Once this chariot's in the trade, I don't even know what he would do.
I want to see Osiris burn through these walls. Healing Spring is now an Egyptian Healing Spring.
Oh no.
Even the Healing Spring has traitored, abandoned, converted to Egypt.
Yeah, the villagers just shanked down the TC. And Here comes the raid on the Woodvilles. Oh god. Now, the wolf numbers are climbing up again. There's 6 of them total. 7.
Oh, come on, Suppe. This isn't working. The wolves just don't cut it. They just don't. They might clean up a few chariots, but it's just... Yeah.
Okay, there's number 7.
Yeah,
That can join the pack. Their speed will suddenly get great.
that's it.
GG.
GG. I mean, this game was definitely...
Yep. Yeah, that was a bit of a long one. Almost
I posted
500
that
kills
clip.
each.
That clip, by the way, in Twitch chat if you wanted to.
Yes. Alright, we are here with game 2 on Marsh. Finally fixed this map, and now we can play here. Sorry to everyone impacted by my mods. That was, in the end, the problem. Kimo is here, playing as Set in the blue.
And his opponent, Suppe, or Love Soup, as some people like to call him, playing Odin. Some people, I mean like one person who still refers to him as Love Soup.
Yeah, it's his old clan, right?
Yeah. These days he is more like Hot Soup instead of Love Soup.
Hey, Kimo finding the Oseberg wagon.
And
It's not a
more
very
importantly-
valuable marsh, so we're probably not gonna get there.
Yeah, and Soup finding the priest of Kimo.
It's a way bigger deal. Priest has to go all the way home. Big
Yep.
problem for Set, because you want to convert those animals. Helps you catch up with the great hunts of Odin. But yeah, the Osak won't be able to dive the TC or anything. It's just nice to delay all this animal conversion.
Yeah, definitely good. And in fact, some people, especially Norse players, looks like Soup isn't doing that this game, but they like to go double over on this map against Set because Marsh is so many animals.
Right.
Set's just gonna have infinite animals, and if you can just knock him out of the map from the start of the game, that's worth making the Ulfsark for. But if you can do that with just one Ulfsark, that's even better. Although right now, the priest is back to converting, so that's why double Ulfsark might still be desirable.
Question in the chat. Did this 4-letter guy in the blue win anything before? Yeah, Kimo's one of the top players, for those of you who don't know. As in, so top that he actually won one of our seasons entirely. And several tournament wins.
Probably took around like 30% of all the prize pools we've put up.
Easily.
For AOM. If not more, yeah.
It's happening.
Quite a lot on gold for Kimo. Is a bit slow on the temple. Might want to use more vills to build that. Basically got the food that he needs.
Oh yeah, with the drop off, absolutely. A few seconds off, I guess. Not a huge deal, but annoying nonetheless.
One extra villager. That is your timing that you're potentially delaying.
Yeah, he's squeezing that out, so it's fine in the end. I mean, he's probably gonna just go and eat some hippos in the meantime.
Kimo gonna drop off his relics this game? Looks like he might be.
Yep, it's a good time to. I mean, it will take time for the vills to hunt that animal. They weren't carrying anything. So it's the Oseberg wagon and the Flagstone of Buchen. That's walk cost reduction and caravan cost and movement speed bonuses.
Both pretty good late game bonuses.
So, The hero getting pushed away by double buffalo. So very nice, because you, as said, you probably won't have all that much map control against Odin. It's nice to eat these animals in a safe spot, even though you'll be losing out a little bit on total food.
Fort barracks and a TC, I think, by Kimo. It's gonna go for like both at the same time. Interesting.
Right.
Guess you can. That's Kimo. Suppe is also going for a back TC.
Oh.
So, alright. He's got a decent back TC. The gold mine is sort of safe due to the forest. Bit tedious to wall over the other gold mine, kind of blocking off walling opportunities on the left. But there's 2 border buffaloes and 2 hippos there, so the hunt is very nice on this back TC as well.
Well. It looks like boar hunting will commence shortly. And yeah, it's 3 buffalo in the end, not 4. Don't know where the priest went actually. Did it get picked off? No, here it is. Sorry, I was looking away for a sec. Anyway, Trojan Gate Hinge has been picked up for Suppe. His second TC is done. He's got some back hunt if he should need it.
Now looking for Spire, going for it right away. He's gonna get 1 pick off for sure.
Nice.
Trap that one in the forest.
Yeah,
Some value there.
Good stuff. And the sentry tower is also exposed here.
Yeah. See if these trees can possibly do some damage here. Don't know if it will. Doesn't look like it.
House getting damaged from the fire.
Yeah. Not gonna be enough though, I don't think. Oh, it does. All right.
Whoa.
Some more
Nice.
value. It's just a house, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a villager having to work, so take every little bit you can get from a forest fire. It's usually not very impressive. You know, Hagrid, there was a time when early on in the game's life, people thought, people coming from AoE 2, that burning down the forest is like completely OP.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what kind of map you have. This game, there isn't really an opportunity to wood starve, but in H2, that's a different story. If you burn one of their 2 forests,
Oh yeah, that's
it. They're screwed. Just
yeah.
one forest
It's
they
a
have
different game though, right? Like in
Yeah.
AOM, the trees last so long and there's so many of them. You're probably not gonna have a problem, and most maps are pretty generous with forest amounts.
This shifting sands, did that just result in Kimo losing a bunch of villagers on his back TC?
Well, he's getting raided everywhere, dude. Like his back TC, the Vills are getting wrecked. The raiding cav are going after the Vills. The Valkyrie was poking a Vill. This is crazy. Suppe is on fire in this game. Let's hope we can keep it up.
That was brutal, and yeah, the raid's still ongoing on the left. He lost 4 villagers on his back TC, and it's being denied for some time. He's not even finishing it right now, he's just sending some new ones. And yeah, he's pushed off Hunt on the left. Like the right side is now properly walled in though, so that should be safe to hunt from those deer. Got another pick off, there we go. It's 37 to 37 vills, both on 2 TCs, but Suppe is up through Skadi. That is the difference here.
Interesting that he would pick Skadi again when you have such a good opportunity to siege down the front TC with the Mountain Giant and the trees.
Yeah, I don't think Suppe is very confident in Njord. It's a bit of a shame because I think now especially is the perfect time for it. Kimo is not ready to deal with that and just wipe this TC out. You can take out this back hunt and gold mine, and then he's just got that back TC, Kimo, that does nothing. he can keep that. You let him have that.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's just a population center with will production.
Oh, that's a nice surround on the Axeman as well.
Oh man, Kimo won't be able to run from this. Like this could be a disaster already.
Yeah, he has to pull in villagers to try and win the fight at a reasonable trade. There's the Scotty not through. Is it worth frosting this? Probably
No,
a
it's
tough
guaranteed
decision.
kills if he does, and the vills won't be able to leave.
Yeah, extra idle time.
Gotta say, these are normal rating cav, not even medium, and it really shows Spearman not tearing them a new one. Now, some vills were killed and they were pulled off the line for a long time.
Yeah, needs to get a couple more units back out, get a Frost Giant ready, maybe build the hill fort. Or even just the third TC really. Looks like the hill fort. Now is the Frost. Don't know if there's any point to this not just doing it right away, because it's still like the exact same units that are affected, but yeah. Still a decent Frost, just cancelling basically Kimo's eco for a bit longer and maybe picking off some stuff, giving himself some momentum to get more units out.
Yeah, I'm afraid though that Kimo is replacing his villagers so quickly that these kills are too slow to offset that.
Yeah. I guess one big thing still is just that's more food that Kimo has to spend constantly. That means he can't go heroic.
True. True, and this hill fort is coming up pretty safely in the process. There's no way that the spears can fight back now. Their health is too low, so Kimo is running, as he should. And we're gonna have a bunch of slingers? I don't know about that.
Little bit of a budget backup archer for dealing with throwing X-Men. Guess it's okay. He's not heroic, so he has nothing else. That's an archer. Let's see if Soup can. Now actually might be a time for Rams. I would actually like to see 2 Rams right now and followed up by a bunch of Jarls. Who is ready Cav? Bit of an awkward position to fight in.
At least the priests are getting pushed away by the raiding cav. They can't really deal with the frost giant, and it slaps pretty hard.
Yeah, these are all unupgraded Egyptian barracks units. I definitely think 30C by Kimo is very greedy. He needed the food and the village and the cost to go heroic. Oh my god, this frost giant just walked straight through the barracks. Okay. This is feeling quite similar to that Thor strangle of just spamming units, and this time it doesn't have army upgrades, it's just Odin being Odin. It's not as powerful, I don't think, but it's still kind of working, because Kimo is just fucking classical.
Yeah, it's a big difference between fighting a heroic Egyptian and a classic one. So extra chariots and the Migdol would be very, very helpful here for Kimo, but right now, his villager numbers are kind of getting to the same point where Soup's at.
Look at Kimo's 30C, what are these vills running? What is Soup's vills doing?
Stealing the farms? I don't know.
I don't know. Alright. Alright, I've got 3 frost giants now. That's gonna be 4 actually. And Rhyme coming through. That's gonna be quite a threat for this TC. Huskarl's also been quite untouched by, there's no axemen in the field. This is looking really hard for Kimo. He's strapped on resources, falling behind in villager count and pop. And he's gonna lose a TC. There's nothing stopping this.
Yeah, the Frost Giants just gained a lot of damage from Rhyme, and that's gonna be it for this one. Soup equalizing the series. Could still go to the finals here.
Well played by Soup. I think mostly it came down to Kimo, in my opinion, going for this back TC and having a bit of a struggle with it, with the shifting sands being raided everywhere. The awkward timing to be in, and it was just a little bit too greedy, I think.
Welcome to game 3. Kimo in the blue color has picked Ra. Very interesting to see that here.
And his opponent Suppe has picked Thor. Might be a little bit surprising seeing last game, but last game was Odin, not Thor, so fair game. Kimo picked for Relic. I didn't get to see what that is.
The relic. It is Grugnir Odin's spear.
Okay.
So some extra
5%.
damage for Ulfsarks here. Or Spearman.
Pretty decent for the Spearman, I think. Probably not so much for the Norse.
Yeah, very unlikely that he will actually go there. Kimo, that is. He's got the Ring of Nibelung for himself. That's some free gold on this pharaoh. And both going for the bottom side of the map for fishing ships. Hunting boar versus no hunting. Yeah, Suppe could rely on a bit of dwarf training, so fair enough.
And there's boars right there, so whenever he's ready, he can just lure the boars to the wood line and just gather them with no idle time. Probably is what he's gonna do, I think. Once he's got enough villagers that he's comfortable doing it with. Going for the double dock, okay. And you definitely need a lot of wood for that. And it's very heavy on dwarves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's more acceptable with 4 to put these dwarves wherever.
Yeah.
The gather rates are not that much worse. Let's take a look. 1.0 for wood versus 1.08 on the gatherers, so it's pretty close. Of course, the dwarves, they do take like some extra time to train, 2 seconds more.
Kimo won with ices in the first game.
Yes, that was a nice this one.
Just making sure, because Moore is saying.
It was the Fimbulwinter
with Ra,
game.
but-
Never forget. Yeah, so Kimo just playing all the Egyptians, really.
Yeah.
Giving us the full rotation. Suppe already up by 3 fishing ships. That is very nice to see.
Yeah, there's that double dock strat from Thor kicking in with a little bit of that Egyptian idle time that's forced at the start because you don't have enough wood to keep producing. But yeah, the double dock is massive. Let's see if he can keep that build going.
Wait, Kimo's
Also-
killing a second boar? Why?
Yeah, efficiency maybe. He had time left over, so he thought may as well just kill it while I'm free.
Guess he wasn't doing anything else, so
Yeah.
might as well just take care of it. Well, the temple's coming up for both players. Should see a much faster advance from Suppe. Then you can potentially bully the fishing ships a bit. But it's not easy to deal with the Egyptian docks. Well, Anatolia especially, they just support the entire strip of water. Maybe this is the place for Njord, by the way. Release the Kraken.
If only he wasn't Thor.
Ah.
Yeah.
Brain fart. Okay. Sorry.
No.
Didn't say anything. Kimo making a proxy dock in the corner. Love it. That is... Oh my god, he's gonna do it twice.
What is... Oh, with... Okay, with the fishing ships and one village on the top side. I see, I see. Did I hear someone chat? Or was it the relic garrison?
Must have been the relic, because it's in there. Source of mining without an ox cart. That's awkward. But hey, if it gets you the faster uptime, if you can still make ships, then whatever.
I wonder if that's really worth it with a 550 advance, though. At that point, is the early advance kind of already gone? That the extra 9 seconds doesn't even matter. Just get the ox cart. We'll see.
Oh yeah, Bast is in. There's a good chance actually of denying this dock up north.
Yeah. Needs to hit all the fishing boats off of it. Looks like Kimo has put them to stand ground though, so.
And he's built up his proxy dock, so that's still a problem.
Finished.
Yeah. Special tactics.
So that's 3 docks for Soup on the bottom when this one finishes, and 2 on the top. See, that's gonna be enough to hold on. Kimo's gonna have 5 docks on both sides, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Oh, just 3 on the bottom, but 3 is still a lot to get through. Picked up a villager with the Valkyrie at the bottom. Nice little win there.
Well, there is forest fire, so would love to see that used at some point.
Valkyrie's looking for something along those lines. Only 6 villagers on this wood line. The other one has a few more, I think. 8. Oops. Committing pretty hard to fighting the water here, and I think Kimo is matching that.
Yeah, that was a really nice pre-pull, by the way, on those workers. It's like he knew the forest fire was coming.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely the first thing you see a Valk running through your base. He's like, ah, here we go again.
Yep. Good amount of ships from Soup. Like, he's pushing super hard here. Kimo can't quite match it. And taking down the docks becomes actually realistic now.
Yeah. You take this one down in the top in the middle, and then maybe take out the back one, because that's quite annoying to deal with. You can make a push for the other ones, but that's still 5 docks he needs to get through, so a lot of effort. Soup's taking a TC.
Yeah, good,
like
good.
this.
Because he's winning the water, so why not? With the handful of land units he has, he'll be able to take down the docks then. So in the meantime, he doesn't need to commit. He can just help on this weak one, and that's good enough for now.
But you will probably be fully idled on the bottom side.
Oh god.
I don't see him having any ships here to combat the numbers that Kimo's got.
No, that is like 8 cabinets, so way too much.
Which is a little bit of a shame, because the bottom side's definitely easier to clean up. There's only 3 docks rather than 5 to clean up. Oh, hunting dogs pig sticker for Soup coming through. Armory is in. Kimo also ready to go up, but doesn't quite have the food.
Double barracks for Kimo being made. He's actually cut villager production to get heroic going. And it's gonna be half war.
Alright. Kimo is forgetting to finish his mining camp on his gold mine. That's a little bit of an oof. Taking, even with 5 Herser, it's taking forever to kill this dog. And it just makes one cabinet, and it's like, well, can't fight this.
Looks like Suppe is getting quite close to clicking up to heroic as well, so that will help a lot. Wonder if it's gonna be Bragi here, because you could build up to a pretty good Ragnarok from here.
Yeah,
Already
I
having
would
the
like
second
to see
TC and all that.
Bragi. We haven't seen any Bragi in a time. Nope, it's Scotty.
Nope. Always the ice chick.
What a shame. Bragi would be very nice. And it would actually give his tier tendencies a bit more merit.
Yeah, yeah.
Wolves. But nope. We had Team Bragi for the Ulfsark upgrades as well. Would be nice.
Yeah, well, Kimo's getting this TC up super fast, and he'll immediately be able to plant a Migdol by the gold mine.
Quite a defensive unit still, so this gold mine could be raided, but Norse is melee, so they have to keep running into range to raid it.
Could see still a really big locust from Kimo. This is a good spot for it. Oh, is he gonna click? I don't think Suppe's looking. Actually, the auto spread kind of saving him there. So we'll lose 2 villagers, if that.
Just 2, yeah. Looks like 2 died.
Yeah, nothing crazy at all. Thundering Hooves is coming in before even medium cap.
Okay. I guess he's trying to spend his favor. He's at max favor, so. It looks like Suppe came back on the bottom. That's okay. It's got the bottom water secured now, basically.
Yeah, but he's struggling on the other side.
Kimo is making a shitload more boats on the top side.
Oh yeah.
It's got a whole bunch there sitting. Might be a little bit of a mistake with auto queue. We'll see. I think Suppe's given up on that side, so any extra boats here is a waste.
Sadly, the Petsukas has moved into attack a villager that was pulling away, so... Oh, kills 2 vills though to avenge itself. 3 villager kills for that Petsukas. Then losing it was fine after all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a free myth unit, so, you know, basically free villager kills.
Yeah, Suppe continues winning in the bottom. But he's getting absolutely cleaned up north. I think you should maybe care a little bit about that. Medium cav is coming in, which is great to see. And we're gonna see a hill fort too. Doesn't look like Suppe has any interest in saving up for Mythic though.
Kimo's still making more cabinets on the top side. He's got 11 now sitting there.
Oh no.
Big mistake.
Oh no.
The curses of auto queue.
So maybe Ragnarok would be a huge play after all.
This is Super talking about. He's gonna go tier.
Imagine having to delete all those ships. That's gonna be so triggering.
Yeah.
Oh god, he hasn't found them yet. Still making. No way he didn't just see them. He just placed a wall in front of them. Osiris is coming through.
Maybe he wasn't in range, vision wise. He was focused on the market. Didn't see that. I don't know. Yeah, surely he must be feeling like, why is my army so small? Oh pop, I've got 6 acts with my army. That's it. They have more units? Oh, you got a couple chariots and camels here. Okay. Still. Ball there. This time Suppe is not going through tier. Big surprise. Actually.
Ooh, that's a huge gold mine raid. There's no way the Pharaoh can defend itself. Handful of
Axemen
axemen.
villagers could fight it off, but they will take some losses in the process. These are medium thundering hoof raiders.
Wow, tons of villagers getting killed here. Suppe's raid is doing a lot of damage. Kimo having to bring out the camels.
I think we've seen the cabinets being dealt with. There's still 8 cabinets and a siege boat on that side of the water. 10 actually, because there's 2 in the corner as well that Kimo's probably forgotten about.
Yeah, I'm
All
sure
the way in the
he'll
left corner.
eventually realize. But yeah, Mythic Age is in. And soon we'll see the Son of Osiris once he respawns the Pharaoh. As for Suppe, Baldur is coming through. I hope he does something with it.
Yeah. I don't think he needs to cast it immediately though, unless he's completely out of options. But he's got a gold mine on the left.
Kimo
Fairly
helping.
safe. Yeah, something.
Actually helpful because Suppe does need a moment to prepare here.
He's just getting copper shields now. I would definitely like to see maybe a second armory and just spam a couple of these upgrades quickly. But Kimo is also preparing very much. He's getting bronze mail, masons. I saw him sun-dried mud brick as well. Coinage.
On the other hand, he lost the mummy and the rock, so that's pretty brutal.
Oh, is Suppe going forward with these fills in anticipation? Where are they going?
Quick mine out Kimo's gold mine.
Where are they actually going? Are they going to this gold mine all the way there? And they're walking
I
this
think
way?
they might be trying to enter the main while remaining hidden. We got played. Suppe.
Kimo has champion axeman as well.
Oh no, Suppe.
Villagers, send them to gather something. Berries?
Very
One with
quick.
gold.
Oh my god. No. It's got 3,000 resources and no gold. This is such a disaster. I kind of wish people just played out Baldur a bit, you know?
Yeah.
Get those Sleipnir's horseshoes upgrade for the medium raiders. They absolutely demolish the chariots. Get some armory upgrades. Get Ballista Fire Giant. Like, it's worth a shot.
I think Suppe is making a big mistake not just gathering gold here. I mean, I know there's some boats looting, but like, they've only range. They're probably not in this gold mine at all.
Yeah, I think this is getting punished right now by Kimo. Absolutely, the Fire Giant. One of them is gonna die to the Son of Osiris. It looks like. Maybe not. Maybe they're getting away. But there's Rag anyhow.
No, it wasn't even full pop. It's only 2 armory upgrades. This is not enough. Absolutely not. Against Masons, Fortified, Sun-Dried Brick. Brings 3 TC. Relatively large amount of barracks. Some walls are up. Oh, he frosted, but he saved the Osiris. Osiris is in the rock.
He just froze 7 units.
Yeah, the Osiris was there, but he garrisoned the Osiris in the rock on time.
Maybe
If
some
he froze the
chariots made
Osiris
it.
itself. Maybe a nice fireball coming in here.
Oh, one of the giants immediately dies. Yeah, Osiris will be able to deal with that giant and then hop back in the rock, no problem.
Yeah, losing those fire giants, those are your siege units.
There are not a lot of Ragnarok heroes left. Once again, Merc Cav are coming out. They can defend.
It's already down, and this TC is not even touched. He's lost 27 HP on this TC.
Oh my god.
That's it, I think. I don't see what else Suppe can do here. He's got some food eco to rely on, but his gold eco is gone. He's got 3 caravans. GG.
Oof, GG. Kimo is gonna be going into the final, so congrats to him, but these fast Ragnaroks, I mean, insert taunt, I wish he would stop doing that. They just don't seem to work unless it's a really serious frost, or you have serious backup, or you have flaming weapons, like,
Yeah.
with mass upgrades, of course, and you're already ahead, blah, blah, blah. Then it can be great, but maybe there should be an attempt of making just Balor work.
For sure. I think Husk could have definitely played this a bit safer, a bit more reserved. Just squeezed out full bronze at least or something, and then went Rag. Had a couple caravans to go behind it. And followed it up with like 6 fire giants.
Yeah. We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.